Hi, my name is Najwa. I am here today just to really share my story, I guess, my journey, and how I live my life with depression. I was basically diagnosed with bipolar depression officially. That's another story, but officially, I was diagnosed with bipolar depression. Um, and something manic depression. I'm not really sure if they're the same. I don't do my research on it because I pretty much know it very well. I don't need to, research and learn the different types and stuff right now. I just trying to deal with it. Basically wanted to create this channel to let people know, like, you're not alone. I know that kind of sounds corny, but seriously, you're not alone. I find myself in dark times and I always go to the internet looking for answers. And I can never find anything. I find articles, I find facts and studies and basically crap telling me I'm not normal. I don't actually see people post their stories. I don't see them really just sharing, like, hey, I feel this way too. Like, you're not alone. I feel this way too. That is one thing that has held me back for so many years, is because I didn't think it was normal. I didn't learn to accept it. Most of the time I just thought it was in my head. So I would tell myself, oh, you just feel like this today. Oh, it's fake. It's not real. It's not a serious issue, when clearly it is. If it stops you from living your everyday life, and where you don't enjoy things anymore, and you're miserable and you're hateful, you're crying, like, yeah, it is something serious. It's something to take care of. So that's what I'm trying to do. I really I don't have it figured out. I don't know what steps to take, really. I still get into my dark times, I call them, like my really, really depressed moods. The longest period that I've been depressed and like just off and, in my head was 3.5 days. 3.5 days. I haven't had that in over, I think that happened in 2016. So it hasn't really been that bad. I've been trying to control it. I try to distract myself, really. But if you're suffering from this as well, you know how hard it is. I'm not going to sit here and fake like, oh, it's not that bad. It is horrible. It is horrible. Like, when you get to the lowest point of your life and you feel like there's no coming out of it, that is a horrible feeling. You're sitting there like just struggling to live, like struggling to breathe sometimes. I've had panic attacks too, like where you're just sitting there like, I cannot breathe. It feels like, I don't know. I really don't even know how to explain it. It feels like a truck is laying on your chest. Like, you honestly feel that pressure. You feel that hurt, sadness, anger. And my problem is, in my head, it's me against me versus me. Like, I'm going back and forth with myself. The number one thing I ask myself is, what if? I ask that all the time. What if? What if this? What if this happens? Well, what if this happens and you do this? Okay, but what if this happens? And it'll be the craziest thing sometimes. It'll be like, well, what if a hurricane comes? It's January. Like, it's just stuff like that I later think about, and it's like, it doesn't make sense. But trust me, at that moment, like, that's all you could think about. That's all you could think about. And then you get those thoughts where they're dark, they're negative, and they hurt. It's hard to deal with. I've been there so many times, honestly, like so many times, and it really just took a lot for me to even record this. Like, I'm still in disbelief that I'm recording this right now, because I'm not the type of person to share my life. I'm not the type of person to share my feelings. And that's always been a problem. But I get to those times where I feel like there's no turning back. I've been times where I've accepted death, and I was like, if it happens, I'm not even afraid. I've been suicidal plenty of times. plenty of times, and it's never, what people fail to understand is they think suicidal, or like suicide, whatever, is a sign of weakness. It's not. And I was no longer afraid of other people. I'm afraid of myself. I'm afraid of my mind. I'm afraid of those thoughts. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be unhappy. I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to be down. But I get there. And then when I get there, it's really, really hard to get out. It's very hard to get out. I don't know. I really didn't expect to say all of this, but it's just coming out. I've been holding this in for so long, you know, holding it in for so long. And I think it's time that people start to discuss how they feel, ways to help each other, obviously. Just basically a healthy way to grow. It's never going to disappear. It's not going to go away. There's no medicine, no pill, no magic wand to just make it like disappear. There's no cure for it. So we're stuck like this our entire lives, and we're expected to deal with it. So we have to help each other. We honestly have to help each other get out of the mindset. Yeah, this was a lot more. I'm honestly getting emotional. I'm kind of getting emotional right now. Just because I'm reminiscing on those times and how horrible I felt. And it's just, there's a small part of you that still wants to be here. It's like 99% of you is like, do it, do it. Why not? What do you have to live for? What's going to change? And then that 1% is like, no, try again. Give it another chance. You can do it. You know? That's what's always stopped me, is that 1%. And like, I am so grateful for that 1%. Because my life is my life. My life is what I make it. And if I know that I'm getting to that point, I need to go get help. Because I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. Like, I've been stuck there for so long, and you start to cope with it without changing it. You just learn how to deal with it in certain ways. You know how to deal with it so you don't lose your job, you know? Or you just go out and do something crazy. But I'm really hoping that this video will help somebody, let you know that you're not alone. There's options, there's ways. If you feel like you're about to do something, go get help from somebody. Just go to somebody, say, hey, this is what's happening to me right now. Go to a stranger. There's plenty of times where I couldn't go to my family. No, I ain't go to them. I just sat there and dealt with it somehow. But there's hotlines to call. There's websites where you could chat with someone. Like, a therapist is what I mean. Like, chat with. I'm really hoping this video can help someone. And just to let you reconsider. There's a reason you clicked on this. Hopefully it helps you reconsider things and helps. I just really hope it helps in some type of way. Like, even if it just reaches out to one person, like, I'm fine with that. I don't want people to think that they're alone, because I know what that feels like, and that's hard. It's hard, especially when there's millions of us out here. Billion, maybe? I don't really know. But, you know, yeah. So, thanks for watching. I will post more videos, basically, like the signs of depression and, you know, what I use, like how I cope with it. So, just subscribe, like this video, give it a thumbs up. If it did help you, give it a thumbs up anyway. Yeah, thanks. Bye. With your eyes open.